courage, and dreaming big. Welcome to AV Today, Keisha.
Hi, good morning. Thank you so much for having me. Wow, happy World Space Day, everyone.
And happy World Space Day to you as well. So,
Thank
space
you.
is often referred to as the final frontier. What was that moment when you said, yes, I want to go to space? What was that like?
Wow, so I've always wanted to go to space. This has been a dream from since I was a little girl. If anyone has been following my story, heard tales from my grandfather of the first man to the moon, and from since then I really wanted to go to space. I just didn't know how it would happen. So when I actually won, not one but two seats to go to space, all I could do is scream. My heart just burst with so much joy, and even more so understanding or knowing that my daughter also shared that same dream with me, and she was coming to space with me. So that was super amazing. And also, she was supposed to be here, but she's in class right now because she's studying physics in Aberdeen. So apologies. She sends her love and everything.
Thank you, and we send our love right back. So, can you describe for us a little more the emotions you felt when you learned that your dream will actually be coming to reality?
It was definitely, it was way too many emotions. It was an overstimulation that I just couldn't contain. So I remember I just burst into so much screaming, and I was just crying. It was just so much joy that came through. And actually, the journey itself, seeing our planet from above, really has changed me. The overview effect is a real thing. Um, just seeing how beautiful and fragile our planet is, just floating there in this big nothing, just big blackness. And I was like, wow, this is real. And she was just so sentient, just so peaceful, just floating there. And that's when suddenly I realized, hey, we're actually living on it's almost like an animal, like a living being. So it was just beautiful to have that experience and to know that I was getting my dream, and it actually is a reality. And once I actually got on the spaceship, I'm like, you know what? This can't reverse itself. It's actually happening. And that's when I was even more happy.
So a trip like this had to take some level of preparation. Tell us about how you prepared for this trip mentally and physically. Was there any training you had to undergo before the flight?
There was definitely training, but because I wanted to be an astronaut, I was preparing myself for it for basically all my life. Like I was following the training skills that they would put for NASA astronauts, like diving and exercise, keeping your heart rate up, mental preparedness. But then when we actually went through the readiness training with Virgin Galactic, it was very detailed, and the training started immediately after making the winning in 2021. So my training actually officially started in, I think it was like November 2021, with every month check-ins and information about the craft and learning, and checking in with about how are you keeping up with your health, going to the doctor, taking a complete test to make sure that everything was working well with me, heart wise and all of that. Just keeping up with my exercises, my meditation, and also continuing with diving, because diving is the closest you can get to that feeling of zero gravity. Although after I experienced zero gravity, I realized diving has nothing to do with that. You actually still feel a lot of resistance in your body while under the water. In space, you feel nothing. And then when it came closer to the time of going to, actually the date was announced that I'm going to space. It's regulation that you get up there and you do a week intense training now, putting together everything that you've learned for that 2 years. And that entailed muscle memory training, getting in the craft, emergency drills, and all of that. How what everything you're going to expect, to survive while you're in space in the craft. You wore a life, not a life jacket, a parachute. We wore a parachute, and that parachute snuck, in the seat very nicely. So we had to train how to put on the parachute, how to sit in the seat, and like get everything into the seat, because the seat is designed to fit your body plus the parachute that you're wearing, how to rodeo yourself in when you're in zero gravity. It was fun. It was a lot of intense training with that. How to get into the hatch, how to get out the hatch when you're entering and leaving the spacecraft as well. So it was quite intense and very detailed training. And on top of that, I had more training from Space for Humanity, because I was representing Space for Humanity as well, a non-profit organization who are sending people to space. Although they're not the ones who funded me to space, it came directly from Virgin Galactic, but they were associated with it, and they put me through a leadership training, impactful training, what you're going to do after space, how you're going to make an impact, inspire people, keep it going, basically, to help other people to get to space as well. So I'm still an ambassador when it comes to that. So all of that tied in together, it was an amazing training.
That sounds intense, but also very rewarding at the
Yeah.
same time. What has been the most surprising aspect of being a space traveler?
Wow, the most remarkable is actually getting out into space. If more people can actually experience that and see it for themselves and see how remarkable, this planet we're living on, and just to see everything that we've learned in school about science with the stars and the moon and the sun, and just to be there and actually witness it and see that how real it is. I mean, on the planet, yes, it's real, but when you're up there, it's like a cognitive shift that just happens immediately, and you're, wow, I'm actually a part of something greater than just being on this planet. There is a whole big entity out there that we can't even imagine what it could be, what more could be out there. And it just gave me the experience or the feeling that we're definitely not alone in this big reality, but it was just beautiful. And I wish I could get back up there. I'm actually trying to get back up there again. So if it does happen, we're getting back to space one day.
That would be amazing if it does happen again. How do you hope your journey will inspire others, particularly women and other underrepresented groups?
So it's not even just about space, but also to inspire and let others know that if your dream is to go to space, as crazy it might sound when I spoke about it before going to space, your dream can come true as well. And I hope that this mission would have inspired, especially young children, to know that no matter what your dream is, no matter how wild it might be, like, really believe in it, because there's something magical that happens in this universe that aligns things for us and makes this dream come true. You don't have to know how it's going to happen. You just have to believe that this is what your desire is, your purpose is, this is what you want. And somehow magic dust just comes and inspires you and brings opportunity for you. And you just have to say yes. We can't say no. We can't be afraid. Like, sometimes it might happen, so like what happened with me, it just came in so quickly, and I just had to keep saying yes to myself and showing up for myself. And whenever doubt came in, fears came in, I had to just shift it, mindfully shift it, and say, no, 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 this is what's happening. I got this. I can do this. So we got to start learning to say yes, I can, instead of, like, all the reasons that you can't do it, sabotaging your own blessing, your own journey, your own success. So the moment I stopped sabotaging myself, that's when life started opening up for me. And it doesn't mean that it ends now. It's to keep saying yes, to keep showing up, to keep dreaming. So there's always more and more inside of you to be expressed. We're vast, just like the universe, just like space. It's so big and limitless. And so are our dreams and our inspiration. So we just got to keep going, keep inspiring each other. People who are like me, who are able to do something amazing, keep telling your story so that you can inspire others that they can do it as well. Not to close yourself off from people either, because we're all interconnected. That's one of the things I realized as well, being in space, that everything is interconnected. And we just got to love everyone very equally and wholeheartedly as we can.
Keisha, thank you so much for being with us this morning. I'm about to ask you what 3 words you would leave our audience with, and anybody who wants to pursue their dreams. But I think you already answered that. Keep saying yes.
Keep saying yes.
Keep saying yes.
Yeah, we should
Thank you so
start that
much
as a
for
new
being-
logo. Keep saying
Yes,
yes.
keep saying yes.
See where that takes you.
Most definitely. Thank you so much,
And,
Keisha.
and look, I'm in my spacesuit. I wore this just for you guys, and thanks for having me.
Yes, she did. And you see a little replica in the back as well.
Oh yeah, my little
Beautiful.
astronaut and my yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank
All
you so
right.
much, and happy World Space Day to you.
Thank you.
We have been
Bye.
speaking with Keisha Schahaff and Tia's very own space visitor as we recognize World Space Day today. Stay with us. We'll be right back with more after this short break.